There's so many things that once we have certain KPIs set, it drives business activities. And the KPI, one of the biggest ones in most organizations, is how do we bring in more new clients? How do we build our pipeline? I mean, that's what our executive team meetings, our sales meetings, our marketing meetings with sales, everything is all geared around how do we get more people in and close more deals in the pipeline? So that drives activity. But you had a bunch of really good points, but I wrote down two in particular that I wanted to ask you about. The first one was that we can get lost behind the numbers. We have so much data now that I think we get overly familiar with our clients, but we don't get deep understanding of them. And you went back a couple of decades to when we actually talked. We talk to customers, and a lot of CMOs, as soon as they come on board, the first thing they'll do is they'll get on and they will talk to 10, 15, 20, 25 different customers because it's not a sales environment. It's a deep learning environment. But we can't keep that up because it's just, there's so much to do. So it ends up falling by the wayside. This idea that we actually have to talk with our ICP, we have to understand them. And so here I want to get your opinion on this. Is that most companies feel like they talk to prospects and customers all the time. They've got a sales group, they've got a customer success group. But Gong came out with a study and they said that literally the sales rep, this is after analyzing thousands and thousands of sales calls, talks 2/3 to 3/4 of the time. It's not a deep listening environment because then the prospect is talking about what the sales rep was introducing, and there's a shield up there. We're being sold to. So we're not unloading and unleashing and divulging our big challenges and like we're there to learn and reveal as little as we can as the buyer. And on the customer success side, our priorities are lots of times putting out fires, answering questions, and cross-selling and upselling. A sales environment again, right? You would never say, I'm going to design a customer conversation, a deep listening program, and run it through processes that, guess what, have something totally different in mind in terms of their original design. How do we get these conversations? Like, how do we enable that to happen in our business?
Yeah, and I think this is a very close to heart conversation for me because I think this is the conversion from the buyer's journey conversation to the customer journey conversation. Again, if you look at companies who do this well, there's this notion of value-based selling. And when that happens, this notion of customer journey kicks in right at the point of sale or during, you start talking about, okay, customer, let me talk to you about what this journey is going to be working with us. And you talk about the maturity, right? And how we get them to really driving the value that we told you we would working with you. So that's the value-based selling, but then it should evolve into value creation for the customer. So I think the way the successful companies have the right roles and KPIs and accountability across few key roles, I would say from a sales perspective, how you comp the salespeople, not just at the point of sale, but the success of the customer and the journey. So how you comp them over the course of that period is critical. And then having the right account reps and the CSMs, customer success managers, in the process to really help with that maturity for them to get to what we sold them, the value to be, I think is even more important. And so the conversations are not just at the point of sale and the point of renewal, because most of the companies, they forget it. And it's like 2 points. And it's 6 months before renewal, everybody kind of gets into this very anxiety mode, trying to say, oh, we need to. But then half the time you find that the customer really didn't get the value or that we promised at some point during the point of sale. So I think those are probably the critical roles, like from a CSM to an account rep and the collaboration across sales and the customer success or customer service functions that needs to happen. And really the marketing component where we can come in and really help do customer marketing. We talked about demand gen and prospects and all of that stuff. Now we really need to tell the customer with the right testimonials, peer reviews, working, saying, hey, you're a customer in this industry. We know another customer who has done the same thing. Why don't we help you talk to them. So there's an aspect of advocacy and building trust through customer marketing that you could do. And also tell the customer, hey, by the way, you are here, but in order for you to get to this level of maturity, here are some additional capabilities that's available to you. Did you know we can help you? So that's where the customer marketing function could really connect the dots across these and be more of a neutral party, to be honest, and not be the person being seen as selling to the customer, but really sharing and bringing in the right people to share peer reviews or best practices as another customer with them. So that's where some of these things have to come together, but that will come together if you think about this as the customer journey with all of us helping every part of that journey as opposed to the point of sale and renewal. So I think that needs to happen.